have you heard any song by the Yin Yang Twins? Yeah. Hello and welcome to The Adult Life, where we give you the tools to be a happy and healthy adult. My name is Simi and I'm the adult in charge. So unless you've been living under a rock, you've heard about WAP by Cardi B featuring Megan Thee Stallion. Since the day it was released, it's gone viral. People have been talking about it non-stop. It's been on the news, it's been on the TL, the dance challenges, everyone's going crazy about it. So I thought, you know what, why not make a video talking about all the points that I think should be addressed in this story. Just to note, this channel is all about positivity, no negative vibes whatsoever. So this is about self-love, self-esteem, building yourself up and making you feel like the best version that you can be. So there's not going to be any shaming here. But getting that out of the way, there's some narratives about this video that I don't quite agree with. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to talk about it. So on one end, people have been really positively embracing the video. Some people have said that it's a wonderful expression of female sexuality, that women are taking sex back from men, that they're really feeling comfortable in their skin and just being able to talk about the things that pleasure them rather than always wanting to please the man. On the flip side, there have been a lot of negative comments about the content of the video, about the song itself, the song lyrics, and how it's really detrimental to women today, and how it sets a bad example as a role model to daughters and kids coming up. Now, one thing that I don't quite get is that people have been singing about sex from the 1900s. You've got Lucille Ball, you've got Marvin Gaye, you've got Spice Girls talking about two become one. They were not talking about marriage. You've got rappers like G-Eazy, 2 Chainz, Yin Yang Twins. Have you heard any song by the Yin Yang Twins? Yeah. I think the only difference nowadays is that the stereotypical urban music that likes to talk about this kind of thing has just become mainstream. So whereas before people were, listening to, I don't know, Taylor Swift and Beyonce, who's a palatable type of sexuality, now that the Migos and the 2 Chainz and the Cardi B's are becoming popular, everybody wants to talk about it and everybody wants to get into black people's business. Now, what I think is funny is that it seems like a bit of a witch hunt. I mean, if you look at any male rapper's video for the past 5 to 10 years, all of them have had a video vixen of some sort, either partially naked or in a bikini, shaking her, whatever her mum gave her, and no one seems to be bothered. The lyrics are just as or even more explicit than the WAP video. So why is it only when the people rapping are the ones dancing, having fun, that it's a problem? See, if you want to come against vulgarity, hypersexuality, explicit lyrics, all of that, I'm for it. But keep that same energy for male rappers and female rappers. Don't just go for one gender. And I think it's interesting because there are so many women around the world that are killing it. Not just for women, but on a global stage. You've got people like your Angela Merkels, you've got your Gretas, your Blake Lively's, your Michelle Obama's, Jacinda Ardern's, Indra Nooyi. These are women around the world that are doing amazing things, that are hitting heights that most women never dreamed that they could hit. Why aren't they used as examples of role models for their kids? For me, I would say that these are the women that inspire me. Yeah, we might not have grown up with the same background, but just knowing that a woman can hit those heights means that I can aspire to get there. But when prime ministers are cheating on their wives with cancer, or presidents are grabbing women by the role model brigade seems nowhere to be found. Leaving all of that aside, when you have a kid, their first role model is you. If their second role model is a former stripper, that means your parenting went left somewhere. I can admire you and I can respect your dedication to your craft, but does that mean that I should automatically idolize you just because you happen to be able to kick a ball well? I don't think so. I mean, Angela Merkel is killing it as the Chancellor of Germany, but does that mean I'm going to go out and buy a 3-button blazer suit and trousers? I don't think so. When you think about it, role models have to be relatable. To a middle-class person, Cardi B is the epitome of trashy because they're not used to that kind of thing. But to a young girl tricking in the hood to make ends meet, she looks at Cardi B and thinks, that could be me. So let's look at Cardi B's history. 19, she was a cashier and she got fired. And when she got fired, her ex-boss said that you should be a stripper, you've got a nice body, which I think is problematic in itself. But she became a stripper and Due to the money she made from stripping, she was able to release herself from an abusive relationship. Then after the stripping, she found herself in love in hip hop, and she used the stripping money to invest in her rap career. And once Bodak Yellow hit, the rest is history. So for a young girl in a less than ideal situation, seeing Cardi B going from rags to riches is an inspiration for her, and it shows her that she can do something of her life. Now, apart from all of that, Cardi B a few years ago took the time to get married and have a kid. How many Black American women are married at this particular point in time? Stats say only 26%. So seeing Cardi B getting married and having a kid must be a boost to little brown girls everywhere. And more recently, she sat down with Joe Biden to talk about college, healthcare, and racial equality. These are topics that are really important to people of color in America because right now they're getting the short end of the stick. So on one hand, her hypersexuality and vulgar lyrics are not the best example. But on the other hand, she's encouraging young people to vote. She cares about young people's education, their healthcare, and empowering and uplifting other Black women like she does in her music videos. So guys, when I did talk about Cardi B empowering and uplifting women, obviously in the videos they do look a certain hypersexual way, but what I did mean is that Cardi B is definitely somebody to bring up women and to feature them and to have them feature on her songs. She's definitely all about we can all win as women together, and she doesn't kind of be an exclusive club, and she doesn't also just stick with men, because I feel like that's what a lot of other women tend to do as well. I still think this is a witch hunt just because Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion had the audacity to talk about enjoying sex as women. And I'd like to leave you with this point. If by some miracle Cardi B made it to the White House, do you think her past would be glossed over like it is for the current First Family? Comment down below and let me know. So thank you for listening to my first video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that this brought up some thought-provoking points. If you agree with me, if you don't disagree with me, that's fine. But I really just wanted to talk about WAP and what it means for girls in this society. The next few videos are going to be more finance and self-development related, so I really hope you'll stick around. Please like, comment and subscribe. Until then, see you next time.